How many blackbirds?
How many blackbirds? All right. Emily, we're talking about Wallace Stevens' 13 ways of looking at a blackbird. How many blackbirds? Answer Colleen's question.
Sure. I mean, I think we can go beyond the idea that there are just 13. I think that we can almost say there's infinite blackbirds, just the way there's 20 mountains and one eye. The numbers, I think, are being played with a lot in this poem, and so it's hard to quantify because I think the whole point of all these numbers being thrown around is that there's infinite blackbirds, which maybe means there's an infinite way of seeing things and looking at the world.
Okay.
Which maybe goes against the Imagist Manifesto, but
I don't know. I don't think 13. We have to talk about the relation between 13 ways of looking at blackbird. I'm trying to talk as fast as you do, and Imagism. It's a problem. So I'm going to turn to Allie, Amaris, and Dave. And while I do so, will you give Mandana the mic? Okay. Allie, Amaris, and Dave, we're talking about 13 ways of looking at a blackbird, and the question is, how many? Is it possible that the title doesn't mean 13, but it means here are some 13 of infinite? Allie, what do you think?
I think that's exactly what it means. In fact, by the time you get to the last stanza, and you kind of just have that last blackbird on the precipice of everything, it seems more to me like there are infinite blackbirds.
Evening, all afternoon, it was snowing, and it was going to snow. Talk about relativism. The blackbird sat in the cedar limbs. What do you hear there, Allie?
I mean, it actually makes me think of Hemingway, who I guess we'll get to in a couple of weeks, with just. But what I love about ending that way is that we've seen 13 variations of the blackbird, and we're left with this blackbird in complete stillness, but there's such a sense of waiting and more to come.
Is Emily right that really Stevens is talking about the infinity or infinitude of Cubism, breaking things up infinitely based on perception? Yes?
I guess I think the question is less, is there an infinite number of blackbirds than is there an infinite number of ways of looking at a blackbird? In the poem, the blackbird is still, whereas it's the eye that is constantly moving, so there's an infinite number of point of views or perspectives that you can bring to contemplating the blackbird.
Brilliant friend, that there is an implicit pun on EYE and I, subjectivity?
Yes, that's exactly, I think, the point of Stevens' poem.
And also, Maurice, where do we get an I that's implicit in the speaker? The speaker is seeing lots of blackbirds all over the place. It's almost humorous. But also there's the eye of the blackbird, right?
Yes.
Dave Poplar, 13 ways of looking at a blackbird. How many?
Here's a thought. That we're not talking about a blackbird. We're talking about just the form of a blackbird. We're talking about the essence of a blackbird. And that sort of folds into, I think, what we were talking before about the relationship with science. You can look at this as almost a reductive approach, where you're trying to get to the pure essence, the smallest unit that you can possibly consider. And that's sort of a materialist approach. So in that way, we're looking at a blackbird, the concept, the essence, the platonic form of a blackbird.